Hi everyone, today I wanted to share with you some very meaningful lines from the book Walden by Henry David Thoreau. And the lines that I wanted to share with you today come from near the end of the chapter titled Higher Laws. So I'll go ahead and read the lines aloud to you now, and then I'll discuss them further. Here it goes. Every man is the builder of a temple, called his body, to the God he worships, after a style purely his own, nor can he get off by hammering marble instead. We are all sculptors and painters, and our material is our own flesh and blood and bones. Any nobleness begins at once to refine a man's features, any meanness or sensuality to imbrute them. So those are the lines I wanted to share with you, and these lines precede the paragraph about John Farmer that I've shared before in a couple of videos related to this book. But the lines that I just shared with you are very important and meaningful, and they can be very beneficial if applied to one's personal life. Again, in those lines, it is mentioned that we are each the builder of a temple, and this temple is our body and our soul and our spirit. And with every action that we perform in this life, we either make that temple and that body and that spirit more beautiful, or we make it uglier, or we make it worse. And this has to do with our habits. We have to see what our daily habits are in our lives and what we do on a daily basis. Do we follow healthy habits of mind, body, and spirit, or do we follow unhealthy habits of mind, body, and spirit? Some healthy habits could include things like exercise, journaling, and other forms of creative expression, reading things that are beneficial to one's mind and avoiding things that are not so beneficial, like the news or negative media outlets and negative sources of information. And we should always keep our minds on higher things and higher activities. And to a certain extent, it is necessary to tame the lower part of ourselves, the part that is driven by appetite and sensuality and things that are more animalistic. If we want to approach closer to the higher version of ourselves and closer to divinity and closer to God, we need to learn how to tame that lower aspect of ourselves, and we have to have self-control. And so, by cultivating healthy habits on a daily basis and following those habits consistently and not letting ourselves fall prey to the animalistic side of ourselves, we can build a beautiful temple. And the way that we portray ourselves to the world really shows what our habits are. It is evidence of what our habits are. If we follow good habits, then on the outside, we will appear healthy, we will appear intelligent, and we will appear clean and beautiful. But if we follow unhealthy habits, it will show on the outside as well, in various health conditions and mental conditions also. So I hope that this quote that I've shared from Walden by Henry David Thoreau really influenced you today to look more closely at what your daily habits are and to think about whether you're building a beautiful temple or one that is dilapidated. Think about what you're doing with yourself, what you're doing with your life and your body and your mind and your spirit. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my video today. And with that, I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.